Hey everybody, welcome to Wednesday Night Live here at Shane Flynn Outdoors. Hey Nick Abear, thanks for stopping in. Um, Captain Lindia, I know you're excited to see where you're at on the board. Gary, hey buddy. Brian Green, the Bass Hunter, thanks for stopping in. Going to give this a little bit. I'm sure everybody wants to know what the leaderboard looks like. I'm going to show you, I promise. But I made a pretty strategic thought, or that's inaccurate. I'm kind of going to do this like the Bassmaster Classic. Hey, Russell from RWA Fishing, we're going to show the top 25 anglers tonight. Top 25 anglers. Hey, John Wilson, nice bass you turned in today. You'll see where you stand here in just a little bit. So just giving time for everybody to come in. Looks like we got about 7 or 8 folks. We'll give it a little bit of time. So got pretty good turn-ins. I'm pretty impressed, and I know some folks are holding on to some fish. I know that goes that way every year, but I decided we're gonna do the top 25 this week and next week. And then the third live right before the end, we're just gonna do top 10, and kind of do a little suspense there. I mean, if you look at the top 25 and you can't figure out where you're at, you know where you're at. You probably know where you're at. So, John Bandy, good to see you in here, buddy. Guy from Virginia here, local. So, as most of you probably know, I talked about this last time I was live. I am laid up still with a broken leg. It stinks to have a broken leg. I went to the doctor yesterday for a checkup, and he goes 2.5 more weeks on. I don't have crutches, but I have a device to walk around on that keeps the weight off of it. But I stick it up there. I got that hard boot on. So it's healing. It's just taking time, just like everything else when you get injured. But man, I can't wait to get this thing off. It's so one of the hardest things that I've had to deal with in many years, especially when it's the prime time for bass fishing in Virginia. And I've been the thing that's keeping me sane is doing these tournaments, right? I get to see all these fish coming in. I do wish I was out on the water. I am throwing myself a little bit heavy into the work stuff, but it's helping me to see all these fish coming in, knowing that I get to see some fish. So, hey, Rogers, thanks for stopping in. We'll get the old leaderboard up here in just a little bit. That's what everybody's here for. But I just giving time for people to come in. Usually it takes 4 or 5 minutes for people to get in there. Something I want to talk about a little bit here is I can talk about this now because we have confirmed we have a new sponsor here at Shane Flynn Outdoors that let me rephrase this. We're partners with a new company that does fishing apparel. And I got one of their shirts on. Fins Outdoors. Great company, started by three friends, and their idea, and most of you can know this, I'm a big conservationist when it comes to taking care of streams and lakes and things of that nature. Their company is tied around giving back to promoting conservation around fishing, as well as all of their fishing. This is a fishing shirt. This is one of their many fishing shirts. Go to finsoutdoors.com. I will have a product code to save you 15% probably next week. We've already lined all that out. But they take recycled material to make these shirts, bottles out of the lakes, ocean, and and here's the kicker: extremely reasonably priced, which I like. Extremely reasonable. You go to AFCO, you'll pay $60, $50 for a shirt like this. This is a short sleeve sun shirt. I would think this is $18.99. So good quality stuff that I bought it and I've been wearing it around for a few weeks before I signed up with them. They're reasonably priced, which all of us like, especially in our economy today. And they are giving back. And as you guys know, I like to give back. and that's part of our tournament thing going on here. But I decided to partner up with him, and we'll have something for all the Shane Flynn outdoor anglers to get at least 15% off their products if you choose to buy some outdoor stuff. And they got a lot of stuff. So finnsoutdoors.com. I have more info next week with the product code and all that, but they are now partnered up with us and helping sponsor. So a lot of people just came in. Leonard Willis, thanks for stopping in. You bet, Alan. And Mars Fishing Bear, what's up, my friend? Thanks for stopping in here. We'll get that leaderboard up here in just a minute. We're up to about 17 folks. And guys, hit that, smash that thumbs up if you would. When you're watching, helps out the algorithm. I know a lot of people watch this video tomorrow morning, or watch this episode tomorrow morning or tomorrow afternoon when they get time because they can't make it. So if you're watching this tomorrow, hit thumbs up there too. Really appreciate it. So I'll tell you guys, a lot of fish came in first week as expected. But I'm going to tell you this. This tournament is well within reach for everybody for one reason and one reason only. You only catch one big one, right? You only got to catch one big one. And there's some big ones that got caught, but I would tell you I'm not disappointed in any manner about the size of the fish that have came in so far. There's been some good ones, but I know there's room to catch bigger fish. So we'll just leave it at that for now. Brian says he owns a bunch of Finn shirts. Yeah. So now they're part of us, my friend. So good on you. Thomas Campos, thanks for coming in. I think you got fish in here somewhere. So let's go ahead. Let me pull up the make sure I got the leaderboard up here. And like I said, I've decided just to do the top 25 tonight, and you'll see most of you are in the top 25 that's here, I'm sure. So let's, without further ado, the first time I'm going to show it a couple more times for folks that come in and out. But first 25, top 25 right now as we speak. And by the way, if I missed a fish, this is the time for you to email me and go, hey, I sent a fish in and you didn't get it. And sometimes it gets blocked in email or goes into junk, and I have to go into the spam filter and find it. So this is the time, if you don't see your name up here and you know you have a big fish on here, make sure you let me know. So let's go ahead and hit present. And we will get this up for the first time tonight. Here we go. Drum roll. Let's just share it. Here we go. 1 through 25. John Hedrick is in first place with a 22.25. I know he's got a weight. I don't think I got the weight, though. John, please send me the weight. Or if I missed it, that's not a big deal. We got a couple 22 inchers. Roger, you're on here. 6.98. That's big bass, my friend. Big bass. 22 inch, 7 pound, roughly 7 pound bass right there. Thomas, I've seen you on here. 21.5. You are setting in fourth place. And then Lindia, you are setting in. Nope. I can't think of the guy's name. Aisle 13. I know your name. It's just going to come to me in a minute. You're tied, but Lindy's got the weight at 6.8 for now. So remember, we're paying out the top 5. And you can see down here, these are the smaller folks. And when you get down, they're smaller down past that. So top 25. Top 25. And stop and sharing now. That's where we're at now. John's 6.8 also. Okay, thanks, Lindia. I'm sure you sent it to me. I was in a kind of making sure I got everything lined up. So, hey, Kenneth, thanks for stopping in. Nice profile pic there. So John is at 6. I'm going to put that in right now. I know it's probably in the email. So look at just a 1/4 inch. And I will tell you, Roger, that bass you sent in, that was a fatty. when you seen that thing on the bump board, and it's like belly's hanging way over, that's either a pre-spawn bass or just a big fat bass. So it was a big bass for sure. Hey Nicole, good to see you. I'm sure you've got some fish somewhere. You always do. So you know what the standings are. So 22.25 right now is leading. Well, Brian, I thought about that. I decided to do a little bit different. I didn't show anything the first week, and then I decided just do the top 25 this week. So, but everybody's in this tournament. Everybody's in this tournament. So, one bass, as you know, Brian, and you are, from what I've seen on your refrigerator, on your post, you're fishing every day. So hopefully you land one of those big ones out there. I know you will. So everybody's in this one. Everybody's in. Last year, 24-1, right? 24.25, I think. What's second place? 22 right now. 22 second. And 21 at 20, it goes 22. There's a tie for second and third at 22, but one weighs, actually second place weighs 6.98. So it's a tie, but the weight kicker goes to somebody else. So 22 is where second's at. Fifth place, if you're looking to see where the money line is right now, fifth place is 21 inches. And right now that goes to Lindia because she weighed in at 6.8 pounds. And I watched the video. You know, Lindia, I did watch the video. I know that John Bass weighed 6.8 pounds. So I'm going to say I watched the video. If you haven't watched Small Water Charters YouTube channel, catch them. If you ever want to know what they're catching fish on in this tournament, it is no secret where they're fishing and what they're fishing with. They're good fishing stuff. And John, one of the latest videos had a Waffle House theme to it. I'm like, I'm hungry. I want to eat now. But I never thought John would be able to tie Waffle House into a fishing video, but he did. Pretty good. So go catch that episode out on Small Water Charges if you're not following them. So, any questions? Kind of got to pause in my internet down. Can you guys hear me? Because I got like quite a bit of pause here in the comments. Thought I was good. Says I'm good. Okay, good. I got a comment. John's imagination has no limit. Absolutely. I believe it. I have spent a couple days on the boat with John. I know he has his imagination has no limit. So, all right, folks. So that's where we're at. I'll throw this up here in just a few more minutes. If you have any concerns, questions, or if I missed a fish, I double checked my email today. But every year somebody gets in my spam filter and I have to go dig one out. And that's why I'm very, very careful. I don't delete anything that you send in, but if I miss somebody, please let me know. I will make sure I double, triple check. And then the last 4 years we've done this, I have not, at the end of the tournament, I've always missed one during the tournament. By the end of the tournament, I have accounted for every fish, and I always will before I put the results out. So, Russell, that's a good point. John does always have some great music. Does always. I don't know how he gets away with it on YouTube, but he does. he always has good music. So, if you're curious about, this tournament, you have the opportunity, if you're an Omnia Pro member, to win $300 extra. So I hope most of you, I do know a lot of people signed up for Omnia Pro. Our Omnia sponsor manager, can't think of his name, just escaped me, but I will let you know right now. Great guy. I know Nicole had some issues the other day with her account. I hooked him up with her, and they got everything straightened out in no time. Let me give you Omnia. Ricky Harris. Ricky Harris is our Omnia Pro specialist that takes care of Shane Flynn Outdoors. So if you have an issue, if you have an issue at Omnia, let me know. I'll get you Ricky's number and his email. He will take care of you. I promise you. Probably give you something free in return. So I think actually he hooked up Nicole and gave her Omnia Pro for free. So I will tell you for the Summer 5 Bass Draw, I'm just going to throw this out there now. We're going to have not only we're going to have extra money, and I know we're in the middle of the Southern tournament right now, but just going to throw this out now. We're going to have a really great opportunity for everyone that fishes our tournaments. Yeah, Nicole said, took real good care of me, and she had major issues. Yeah, she couldn't get nothing, so he really took care of her. But I can't talk about it until after this tournament's over. But if you are going to fish the 5 Bass Draw, our big summer tournament, there's going to be a lot of free goodness coming from Omnia for everyone who participates. So we're working on that. Actually, we already locked it in. I can't talk about it until after this tournament is over. So, anyways, for those of you that are Omnia Pro members, you will get, if you're the top Omnia Pro ranked member, you can be 5th or 1st. If you're Omnia Pro member, you're going to get that additional $300. So that's a pretty good deal. So we got about 14 folks in here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw this up. I know a few folks came in. How many are in this tournament? Great question. Look today. 566 people are registered in this tournament. 566 is the total. Chris Gomez, good to see you, my friend. And so I'll be perfectly honest with you. We get a lot of people registered, but I want to say we usually only get about 25% of people turn in fish. And that's for many reasons. I mean, and I'm not going to name any names, but I just had an individual sent me an email, goes, man, I was looking forward to this tournament, I had death in the family, and I got to drop out, right? And I'm glad they let me know, and they're going to, I offered them condolences, of course, and told them, make sure you think about the 5 Bass Draw. Things are good for you at that time. But we get about 25. The summer tournament gets more participation, but we get a lot of people sign up, and about 25 to 30% turn in fish. So Gary just told me when I shared the spreadsheet, it's blurry when you share. Okay, I'll try to fine tune it here. Brian says you need glasses, Gary. He's got glasses. Actually, I'm gonna rat him out. I bought Gary glasses and sent them to him because he was too stubborn to get some good glasses. So, and Gary's my best friend, if you didn't know that, folks. He says he's wearing them. But I'll refine a little bit when I bring it back up. So, matter of fact, I'll just do that right now. And let's share it one more time. I did have a little bit of computer malfunction today, and I changed computers out, so that might have something to do with it. That is that's my email. We don't want that. Let's do the right thing here. Get back to this, and we want that thing right there. All right, here we go. Is that better? Do I need to zoom it in? Can make it a little bit bigger. I'll let you guys look at that, and I'll look at your comments. I mean, I can read it. I can see it when I'm looking at it here. All right. There we go, folks. And by the way, if you do catch a big, this is a big bass tournament, so all your fish are big. I know a lot of people are building up, right, and have something held, but weigh that big bass. Weigh that big bass, because I want to say at least over half our tournaments every year end up a tiebreaker. Maybe not for first, but for second and third, or we're paying out through fifth now. So weigh your bass. That is the tiebreaker, and that is in the rules that I sent you. You want me to zoom in some more, Nicole? I can do that. A little bit better, maybe. But that is in the rules that I sent everybody, is to make sure you weigh your biggest fish. That is the tiebreaker. That is the tiebreaker. Digital scale, if you want to video it, that's fine. If you want to take a photo, as long as I can see the scale weight and the length of the fish. And I think it was a 6.98 that I seen. I was like, that was a perfect photo, because the angle that he held the phone at, I could see the fish's mouth, the full length of it. Like, I could tell if he'd stuck something in his mouth, as well as he had I could see the scale real well. So video's fine as well. So if you want to do a quick video, just say your participant code, and that's fine as well if you want to do it that way. So I'm going to stop sharing the screen here. And there we go. I hope that was a little bit better for everybody. So we will be live next week. I'm going to do three consecutive weeks on the live, primarily because I can't fish and I need something to do on Wednesday nights. I'm just kidding. But I just want to make sure I give you guys some good updates and keep you informed. But we'll be live next Wednesday night. I didn't offer, and I want to do this. If somebody wants to jump up here, has any questions, if you want to jump up here and talk to me and ask questions, just click on the link that I just put in the comments. Should have did that earlier. I'm sorry. Uh-oh. Facebook just told me I need to do that again. So there we go. It came out there. So just click on that link down there and you can pop up in here. I'll be in here a few more minutes. Just curious. I know about the guys in Florida and Georgia. It's post-spawn down there, right? Here in Virginia, we're pre-spawn. And, that whole thing about, and I'll just go ahead and talk about this because a lot of you got the email. Fortunately, if you don't know this, I break up the emails in 100 level participants. So there was a lot of you got an email train that someone kept commenting back and forth, talking about Maryland's cold, etc. And okay, fine. But one of the things I kind of calculate when I did the Southern Bass region was, you think about, the Florida, Georgia, Alabama, even Texas, the more southern states, and the timing of this tournament, mid-March to mid-April. Down there, it's post-spawn, right? So it's a little bit tougher fishing. Here in Virginia, Maryland, Tennessee, Kentucky, prime pre-spawn fishing. This is when I catch my biggest fish of the year, right? And just an example, most of you know this, you've been watching me for years. Last year during this tournament, I caught a 25-inch bass or 24 3/4, over 9 pounds. And I offered an extra $50 to anyone that beat that weight or beat the length. I think maybe it's $150. Anyway, wasn't done. Nope, no one in Florida, Georgia, wherever, southern state you think catches the most giant fish. So in Shane's humble opinion, based on what I've seen of all the anglers, and last year we had over 500 anglers as well. The biggest bass caught by a Shane Flynn Outdoors participant or the host was caught in Virginia. Because, and this is what I've learned in my time, is that 50-degree water in Virginia is magic. That 50-degree water is magic anywhere when it gets cold and it starts to warm up. And those big ones proud, that's when we catch our biggest bass. So even though you're competing from Virginia to Florida, or let's just say Maryland to Florida, I think the time of the year that you're fishing kind of equals that advantage from north to south. And last year the 5 bass draw was won by a guy in New York, Kenneth Newstead, and I'm sure he'll probably watch this tomorrow. But so don't think geographically everyone has an advantage. It really boils down to just getting out there and casting your arm off and getting in front of a big one, right? The year before, 5 bass draw won by Brian Green. Last year, this tournament was won by Marvin London in Georgia. I think Lindy, you got second. Previous 2 years, Lindy won. But Marvin London in Georgia won it. But I want to say last year, second and third was Virginia and North Carolina. So catch big fish everywhere. So just get out there, guys. Have fun. This is a fun tournament. It's free. Just get out there and catch some fish and enjoy yourself. So, all right, folks, I'm going to jump off here. We will be live next Wednesday night. I hope everyone catches some giants. I'll be looking for those fish coming in the door, coming in my email. Make sure you weigh the big ones, please. We want to make sure we get those tiebreakers. There's lots of time left. Lots of time left to run in front of a big one, and everybody's in this tournament, even if you hadn't turned into fish. Russell, you made a good point, my friend. Yes. This time of year, you can catch them from the bank as well. And if I had a good place to fish from the bank, I can't. But I can't wait to fish. Hey, everybody. Thanks for tuning in. Have fun out there fishing, tight lines, and catch a giant. And can't wait to see you guys next Wednesday night. Take care.